Welcome to Gear House, and I'm your host Ryan Sharif. Today we're going to talk about off-road helmets, and basically one particular off-road helmet, because we have the MT Falcon Carson, which is what I use for my off-road rides. So this is basically one of the most affordable off-road helmets you can buy, as all the other off-road helmets start at somewhere around 10,000 or maybe even above 10,000 and go up to 15, 20 depending on the brand. So this is the most affordable and safety rated helmet you can get for this price. So I got this for somewhere around 6,500, but there was a discount, so I got it even for a lot cheaper. So I got it for 5,500, but it was 6,800-ish MRP that time. And right now again it's launched with new colors for 2021, and it's priced at around 7,250. So it's a very good helmet. It's very comfortable, and this I'm running a size L in the helmet. I usually run a size XL with my other helmet, which is the AGV K1 and the K3SV, because those also I'll be doing a small review later on. But today I'm just going to talk about this one. So this is ECE and DOT rated. So there's obviously more than enough safety. As you can see, it's certified to be safe. And I've also dropped the helmet once. And it's just got a small dent kind of bump here. And it's comfortable. It's good for long rides. It's not as, people usually say off-road helmets aren't that comfortable, according to what I've seen. Means the cheaper ones. Because usually what people here in India do is when they go for an off-road helmet, they usually go for Vega or some, that looks like an off-road helmet but isn't an off-road helmet at all. And it's just, it's not as good as these helmets safety-wise. So safety rated, this is anyway better than the Vega and all those studs and any other helmet you can get around 4 or 5K or even 3K in that range. So I really suggest for any of you buying an off-road helmet, at least start with this range or go higher with the Aero or the LS2 off-road range, and you have a lot of variety depending on what is your budget. So minimum budget, I use this one. So this is the MT Falcon Carson. Carson is the yellow color. You have a lot of, MT provides a lot of different vinyls and color schemes for the helmet, so you have a wide range to choose from. And I bought this from Spartan Pro Gear. So they have a lot of branches here, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, everywhere, so you can just get one from anywhere. It's all over India. So this is how it is, and this is just a small review, and I'll be showing how the helmet looks while riding and everything, so that will be coming up ahead, and you can just see and I've seen a lot of guys use riding R15s and R3s and other bikes like Karizma and all with these kind of helmets, off-road helmets. So I don't know why people do that, because usually these helmets are not designed for those bikes, because those bikes are capable of going more than 120, 130, and those bikes, once you go after a certain speed, the wind resistance is pretty high, and because of the beak, which your helmet tends to go upward because of the wind speed and the wind resistance. So these are actually it's not ideal to get these helmets with those bikes. You can obviously ride them in cities and stuff. This is usually for off-roading as well as adventure bikes, who tend to keep their speeds from 80 to 100, even though like the top segment adventure bikes are pretty powerful and are easily capable of hitting 200, but they usually don't ride those that powerfully, or like they don't go that fast. So these helmets and particularly this one and the LS2 and most of the off-road helmets are really aerodynamic, and the airflow is really nice. And so even on high speeds, the air flows, and without the wind resistance, it's not as bad as some other helmets, which you have the lower helmets like Vega and stuff. They keep flying, even if you go like 80, 100, they fly off. It's pretty bad in that way. So it's ideal you don't use this kind of designs with sport bike like the Ninja 300 or the R3 or any of those bikes or sport designed bikes. Other than that, I use the 100% Racecraft visor with this. So you have this. So this is from 100%, and this is a pretty good combination for the helmet. It sits perfectly with the shape and the design of the visor for this. So this is a very good visor, and it's a pretty good off-road goggle to start with. So I do suggest a good combination with this. or you can even go with the Scott. You have the different, you have a huge variety depending on your budget, from Akori to the Racecraft. This is the Racecraft, sorry. Scott has Perspex to compete with this, so that you can it's your choice depending on what. And you have a lot of other aesthetics for your goggles as well. The lenses, you have chrome lenses which show different variety of colors, and you have top end lenses from Oakley as well. So you can choose that. You can see, or you can, depending on your budget, you can choose the helmet and the goggles. So this is my review of this, and as you've seen, it's a pretty good helmet. And for people who don't want to spend too much but want a good safety rated helmet, as well as you want it to be a proper off-road helmet, because if you're doing really like off-roading and stuff, so this is a very easy go to. Because when I was actually going for a helmet, I actually looked at the LS2 and then the Aero helmets, off-road helmets, and those all started at 15,000, 16,000 and 12,000, and I want something not very, because my budget wasn't that high. So it depends, because if people looking for a smaller helmet, like not as budget friendly helmet, and as well as which is safe for DOT and EC rated, so this is your go-to. And thank you for watching. We'll get back to you with more videos. Thank you.